And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And it's picked up by the Patriots. Sheds another. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. A reminder, coming up at intermission, we'll get highlights Orlando for our... And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Julian Edelman, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. So they've had 2 drives, and he's had the 2 receiving touchdowns.
And how about a game plan where you decide to force feed or feature someone, and it works? First 2 drives, as you note.
Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here.
You're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. They'll try and run for it with Penny. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So the halftime show of the Super Bowl abbreviated, ready to go for the second half. The halftime show, quite a spectacle of Super Bowl 53. This is taken at the 3. And he's up.
Not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wilson and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real...
There he goes, Julian Edelman. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Julian Edelman with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Pats take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Julian Edelman gets ready to take the field again here on offense. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now, they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him? Bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. I don't know that a mid-game trade is going to happen, but good thought.
Face mask. Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Caught by the tight end, Watson. Now, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard. To throw is Brady. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Coming to the line here. On third down, Wilson. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches
for a Patriot first down. Now Brady. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. And that touchdown reception is the 5th for him in this game, and that ties the NFL record.
And a record that's held up since 1950. This is another person that's tied it, but think about this. Bob Shaw said it in 1950. Kellen Winslow came along and tied it. And then, of course, Jerry Rice tied it as well. And finally, we're seeing it here one more time. Phenomenal.
Extra point good by Gostkowski. And the lead will swell by 1 more. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with a New England touchdown. And this will back Rashad Penny. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. That's caught by Penny. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 yards there. First